Good morning, sir. Are you James Wheeler?
Yes, ma'am.
And let me get myself up to speed here. Mr. Wheeler is currently on probation in cause number 23 DCCR 1800 for the offense of fraudulent use or possession of identifying information. There was an administrative hearing filed, sent over back in May of 2024, and a motion to revoke that probation filed. Allegations of committing the new offense of public intoxication, testing positive for methamphetamines, testing positive for amphetamines, not adhering to a curfew, being behind in his fees a little bit, and then failing to report for intake in Hardin County. It looks like a recommendation of SafeP after a substance abuse assessment was done on April 16th of 2024 that returned to probation May 7th to discuss the recommendation. Denied using drugs, however, allegedly tested positive on that day. And before the matter could be addressed, left the building. Advised his officer that he was going to make arrangements to go to his own detox program in Austin. Probation said, can't pick what you want to do. And so we're here now with the motion to revoke. Mr. Kimler has filed a motion asking that I set a bond. Mr. Wheeler is on a deferred probation, typically entitled to a bond unless there's certain findings. Actually, this is a straight probation. It's a 2/5. Okay, I've received some information that Mr. Kimler sent over. Do you have an opportunity to review that? Mr. Kimler, you may proceed. Did you want to call your client?
Well, I think I'll let him decide that, Your Honor. Just in speaking on his behalf, if he wants to address the court, I'll let him do that. But this is a non-violent offense. My first observation, of course, many times when I move before the court, I know that the state argues the safety of the community is paramount in consideration of the bond. I'm not trying to downplay the seriousness of fraudulent use of identifying information offense, but I would just observe to start with that it's not a crime of violence. Mr. Wheeler's struggled on probation. We want to get him back on track, and as part of that, it would be admission to bond where he could report, continue to work, hopefully not have a positive drug screen, so when we come back in front of the court for a disposition of the case, the court's going to revoke him or keep him on probation. He'll be in the best possible position to argue that he should be continued on probation.
Speak up, please.
So that he would be in the best possible position to ask the court to continue him on probation if he would have the opportunity to be in bond, show that he can demonstrate compliance.
Okay, Mr. Nichols.
If he's, whatever bond the court deems appropriate is fine by me, Judge. He just needs to monitor. He needs a drug patch. He needs to be reporting. And seems to have a problem doing those things when he was on probation before. I'll note for the court, on a separate probation, he was sent to safety in 2020.
I saw that.
And obviously it has not worked. So I agree it's not technically a violent offense, but his drug use is concerning, Your Honor.
You want to address the court?
If I may.
Hold on. Raise your right hand the best you can. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give in this hearing will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Okay, go ahead.
I have had a history of drug use. When August 4th, my firstborn child was born, and when I heard her cry, I was done. I never touched it again. I put myself in the Franklin house as Lay Manor. I went there for 30 days doing aftercare. CPS was with us up to taking 9 drug tests, negative, and a hair follicle. I'm just ready to provide for my family. And that's why I turned myself in, so I can go back and get this out the way and fixed to where I could go to work, because I couldn't get a job because of the warrant. And I'm really excited to be a father. So it's really, I'm trying to put this on the right track so I can get moving.
So one of the things I did get one of those letters is from the caseworker that had some positive things to say. So, I'll deal with the bond. I'll set one, but what's the plan? I mean, do we not want to go ahead and go through the motion while we're here, and that way we can then set it for instead of coming back? So will he waive the formal reading of the motion? So we're going to go through this motion, get pleas of true or not true to those allegations, reset it for sentencing, and then we'll talk about the bond and conditions of that in just a minute, okay? So I have in cause number 23, DCCR 1800, motion to revoke your community supervision. Shows that you were placed on probation March 19th of 2024 for fraudulent use or possession of identifying information. That was a 2-year term in the state jail prison that was probated for 5 years. Is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
It alleges you violated your probation. Count 1 alleges that you committed the offense of public intoxication March 26th of 2024. And is that true or not true?
Yes.
Count 2 alleges that you provided a urine sample April 16th of 2024 and May 7th of 2024 that tested positive for methamphetamines. And is that true or not true?
True.
Count 3 alleges that you provided a urine sample April 16th and May 7th that tested positive for amphetamines. Is that true or not true? I'm sorry.
True.
Count 4 alleges that you were at a location other than your residence at approximately 11:15 p.m. March 26th of 2024. And is that true or not true?
Yes.
True.
True.
Count 5 alleges that you are, as of May 7th, 2024, you were $240 behind in your fees. Is that true or not true?
True.
And then count 6 alleges that you failed to report to the Hardin County Probation Department for your intake on April 9th of 2024. And is that true or not true?
It is true, but hard to
True with an explanation.
Yeah, we'll get an explanation later. All right, so did you enter your pleas of true to counts 1 through 6 freely and voluntarily? And did you plead true to those counts because they're actually true? All right, then I'm going to find that you entered your pleas of true to counts 1 through 6 freely and voluntarily. Find those counts true. Find sufficient evidence to revoke your probation. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to reset your case for a sentencing hearing and ask the probation department to do an updated report. And so I'll get a little more information about what's going on. Now, with regard to a bond in your case, I'm going to set a bond at $5,000, but you're going to have a condition of that bond if you make it, that you have to wear a drug patch at all times. You've got to have a drug patch put on within 24 hours of your release from custody. If it tests positive, then you're back in jail and all bets are off.
Thank you so much.
If there's more, if you have a drug patch that's not testable, I'm going to assume it's positive. So you need to make sure, wear it properly, do whatever you need to keep it on, and go every 2 weeks like you're supposed to get it tested. I think, I don't know exactly what I'll do. I mean, obviously it sounds like some treatment would be required. Wouldn't hurt to go ahead and get started on some outpatient maybe. But we can wait, or you can go ahead, probation's here, and whatever you think is appropriate at this point while we're waiting on sentencing, give those orders and I'll sign off on them.
Yes, ma'am. I was going to give him a new assessment done to see exactly what it is that he needs and get him started somewhere.
Perfect. Okay, because it sounds like since the last assessment, there's at least been some treatment, so maybe that'll, recommendation will change. Okay?